I don't even know how fast I'm going. Actually, it makes a lot of sense. I think my dinner's gonna come back. From the company that bought you the Icing Wheel GT2.
Powerful 800 watt motor that can make it up a 35% slope. Rah!
12-ish% hill. And this one's already struggling. And possibly the same company that bought you the iScooter various scooters comes the Icing Wheel U3, an e-bike made by a scooter company. Now they have electric skateboards, e-bikes, they've always done hoverboards, but let's just take a closer look because obviously a lot of e-scooter lovers are going to know about Icing Wheel, and scooter lovers, on average, are younger than e-bike lovers. So you do have to treat your e-bike a little differently if you know the average rider is going to be a bit younger. For example, I like the fact that there's no big logo on there, but they do tell you it's an e-bike. Just in case you think you've bought a scooter, it says e-bike U3. There's warnings all over the bike. Brake first, please. And it's also got a big arrow, but underneath it, really small, it says riding direction. So you know that when you're riding, you're going that way. Do not plug metal objects into the charging port to avoid a short circuit. Don't put metal objects into there. You know, put the charger in there. Don't put anything else in there.
The bike came in a pretty small box and seemed well packed as you would expect. This is what came in the box.
Foldable pedals, a 3-amp charger, that's interesting, user manual, and one single tool.
And this is why you only needed one single tool.
That was the quickest bike build ever. Like literally all I had to do was put the pedals on. Low power mode, can barely feel that. High power mode, oh, I can feel that. Ah, much better.
So far this probably seems like any old mini e-bike, but then the similarities between this and e-scooters just kept on coming.
It also has a very similar bell to the ones I've seen from iScooter, Icing Wheel. Oh, the bell's nice. Oh, well, it's when the computer's not on it. Ah, that's better. And it also has a similar sized battery. It's a 36 volt battery, 7.8 amp hours, which adds up to about 280 watt hours, which for an e-bike isn't massive, but for a scooter, the standard 350 watt type scooters you see everywhere, that's about right. Also, like an e-scooter, it doesn't come with a key. The battery is not removable. The battery is always in there. You can remove the battery, but it's not a battery that you remove to charge. So you could replace it, but you don't take it out to charge it. You only charge it with the bike. So if you do live up a flight of stairs and you want to charge it up there, know that you will have to take the bike. But luckily, it's not too heavy. That does also mean that when you lock the bike up, if you've gone somewhere like into work or into a shop, it is ready to ride away by anyone. They don't need a key. They just have to turn it on. So the range, they reckon, is anywhere in between 21 to 35 miles, all depending on whether you're on the throttle or not. They want me to weigh about 50 kilograms, but I'm double that. So I imagine if I was going around on the throttle on this bike, I'm going to guess I'll get about 10 miles. Basically, kind of like what I'd get on a little e-scooter. And presumably, because so many kids like to share their e-scooter and have two on the deck, they've got the passenger. For the parents out there, maybe they'd be able to take around their kid, not their other half, maybe if they're small, but their kid, if they're old enough to hold on and not lean back, they could go on the back too. Also, as with many e-scooter websites, there's weird information on the website page. For example, it does say LCD display, and then it shows you what is blatantly not an LCD display. It's a display with lights, and there's no LCD display. However, I am told that it could be that in the future one is coming. So maybe they updated the website with the words before the pictures. Now, there's no speedo in this bike. As with many of these smaller bikes, they go simple. You've got your 5 lights, which is how much battery's left, and then whether you're in low, mid or high mode. I don't know what mode does, because up and down is the speed mode, so that drops you down straight away.
Despite the computer being extremely simple, one advantage it does have is that it's extremely easy to read in the daylight. At night time though, that's another story.
When it is dark, you can't actually see the buttons. They're over here somewhere. And that one's up, that one's down, that one's mode, And it does have front and rear lights. Just hold down the pedal assist down button to turn that on. However, the back light is not a brake light, nor is it connected to the main power. It has its own battery, and you turn it on by pressing the button on top. According to the website, it also has Zoom hydraulic disc brakes, except this does not have Zoom hydraulic disc brakes. This has cable brakes made by no brand. Having said that, they do work. Let's have a look at a brake test. And ooh, not the sharpest of brakes. I mean, the bus stop's there, you know, about 4 meters or something. We weren't going particularly fast. For the speeds that this bike goes, the brakes are fine, but nothing spectacular. Now, if it's anything like the other e-scooters I've tried, it's not going to do that well up Sandy Lane. 3, 2, 1, go. I have no idea how fast I'm going. Oh no, that's this isn't going to be good. It does feel weak, to be fair. It feels like one of my scooters. They didn't get very far. I predict that we are going to stop at the 3rd tree past the penis post. Oh no. There's the penis post, for obvious reasons. 1st tree. Oh, I don't think we're going to get to the 3rd tree. Yeah, I'm going to call it 1st tree. 1st tree, right, now I'm going to pedal there. Now I've got to say, the foldable pedals used on this bike, a bit cheap and nasty. Like, even when you push down on them, you feel them bend. They could use nicer pedals than that. I feel like they're gonna fold. Oh, a bit of a slog. I'm getting up. I think my dinner's gonna come back. Possibly the tiredest I've been up that hill on an e-bike. So yeah, not the greatest Sandy Lane hill climb performance, but unlike other e-scooters, this has obviously got more power because it's got us on it. And when we're on it, giving it more power, it can actually go up hills. So where e-scooters will stop and you'll literally have to get off and push it or try and kick one, which is actually quite difficult on an e-scooter. Oh God, you can't push these scooters. With this, if you are pedaling, you can actually get up moderate hills. Also, if you are a kid and you buy this, because this is kind of more in the region of standard kid toy money at 460 quid, and there's also a back to school thing going on. iSinWheel told me to tell you, got no idea what it means, but it's going on, back to school stuff going on. But yeah, if you are a kid and you're obviously over 14, because that's the minimum age to ride an e-bike, and you weigh, let's say, 60 kilograms, this might actually propel you, shoot you up that hill with ease. Maybe it will even take you and your mates up the hill as well, if you're pedaling and your mate's doing that. So how about a top speed test? Is it even worth doing a top speed test? I don't even know how fast I'm going. Yeah, I reckon I'm going about 16 miles an hour. It's fallen into the same trap that all single gear small e-bikes fall into, and that is that when you're going about 15 miles an hour, when you're pedaling, you're not really doing much to help, you're just ghost pedaling. Oh, I feel like Sonic the Hedgehog when I'm trying to go fast on this. When we're going up a hill like this, it's not a massive hill, but it's a bit of a hill, tire you out if you're on a normal bike, but you can help because obviously you slow down. I'm probably going about 10 miles an hour. It is a proper bona fide 250 watt e-bike this, but it has got a throttle, so technically I am being all illegal. But some of them little thumb throttles, you can just take it off. The speed on this, by the way, is a very similar to most iScooter e-scooters as well. 18.6 miles per hour if you unlock it when you turn it on, which I believe you turn it off, and when you turn it on, you hold down the brake and the throttle, and when you turn it on, like this, the lights will start flashing, and you count to a certain number, just hold it down for a while, and then when you let go, you'll be going 18.6 miles an hour. So far, I guess this review, you know, it feels a bit negative. It isn't all bad. For example, if you own this bike and you haven't owned any other e-bikes, so you've got nothing to compare it to, you might think it's absolutely fantastic. You can hop on it, you got a throttle. You can almost treat it like a sit-down e-scooter. And this saddle's actually quite comfy. It also has 16-inch wheels, meaning if you hit a pothole, unlike an e-scooter, you're not going to go flying over the handlebars. Right, let's check this suspension. It's got front suspension. Let's go through some of the potholes. Doesn't feel too bad. You might have seen from some of the drone footage when I was testing the suspension, it was a bit back heavy. It's fine when you're riding it, but as soon as the front wheel comes up in the air, I don't know why I did that then, you do notice it. So if you are taking a kid on the back or someone on the back, it is going to weigh that back down even more, so just be careful. Obviously all the weight on my bum, because I'm sitting, I'm not racing around, but it feels all right. The tyres aren't like thick tyres or anything. I think they're 1.75 inches wide. It folds up. Lift up that clip there, open that there, and then bring it round. Oh, don't forget you can fold the pedals as well. So then it's going to come around like this. I probably should have put the stand down, but oh well. This is going to go down like that. Now, possibly because it is their first foray into e-bike work, they forgot the metal bit that goes on the bottom, the stand, because as it is right now, the bike is resting on the chain ring guard. It does fold down and fold back up again quite easily. It's not heavy, it's only 23 kilograms. My only exercise of the day. Now, it's quite a comfortable ride, and I am happy that the saddle does go very high. So although it is quite a small bike, very small bike, it can accommodate quite tall riders. I reckon you'd be okay on here, well into the 6 foot. Also, the handlebars go up to, I've got it set on 8, but it goes all the way up to there. So it does go quite big. Oh, and the hand grips are nice. I've got those winged things, so it feels nice under my palms. Weight capacity is 120 kilograms, and to be fair, it carries me around okay. It did struggle on the hill. If you were lighter than me, let's say 70, it might have got you up the hill. I do put a lot of stress on these little bikes. Now, another difference between this and an e-scooter is that obviously it's an e-bike, and e-bikes are legal in the EU and the UK as long as they're 250 watts and they don't have a throttle. Now, this does have a throttle. There have been discussions about possibly making throttles legal and upping the power to 500 watts, but until then they're not. But this is fine. This is actually 250 watts, as you can see from the hill climb. It's no more than that, definitely not more than that. And the throttle is very easily removable, and the pedal assist on this is actually quite good. The pedal assist is strong. It is equal to the throttle. Some bikes, even my favourite mini bike, the DYU C2, the pedal assist isn't quite as strong as the throttle, so you need to use the throttle if you want to get full speed. So it means your kid can go around on this, or you can go around on this if you were thinking of getting an e-scooter, knowing that you're not going to get pulled over. And if you're 15 or 14, you're not going to get points on your license that you haven't got and won't get for another 3 or 4 years. So having tested quite a lot of e-bikes now, I do get on this and I do see a lot of negatives. It does feel underpowered compared to what I'm used to. But as a sub £500 bike that could possibly be approaching £400, compared to an e-scooter, you do get a lot more for your money, in my opinion. You get peace of mind that you're not going to get pulled over. You get the fact that you can help out, so the range is going to be better. The range, by the way, 35 miles. I've done about 8 miles on this. However, there's no way of knowing because there's no digital readout. I'm down to 2 bars from 5. They reckon 35 miles. I think I would get less than that, but then I was riding around on the highest power. If you're going around on the highest power and you weigh about 60 kilograms, you're probably going to get about 15 to 20 miles, which isn't bad. It's similar to an e-scooter.
But with all these comparisons to entry-level e-scooters, there's no getting away from the fact that there are other options when it comes to mini e-bikes, and most of them have been reviewed on this channel. Icing have provided us with a discount code, so if you type in EVRC at the checkout, you'll get an extra £30 off, bringing the price down to a very reasonable £429.
So at that point, you might be getting the price pretty similar or even cheaper than something like the DYU D3F. And when you compare it to that, Actually, it makes a lot of sense. It folds smaller than that bike. It grows larger than that bike. It's about as powerful as that bike. So maybe it has got a place, and maybe I'm treating it a bit unfairly when you consider that it's quite a cheap bike. So to sum up then, if you're after a really premium e-bike with hydraulic brakes and high-powered, top-quality motor, a torque sensor, front and rear suspension, this isn't the bike for you. But if you want something that's kind of like an e-scooter but does more, is cheap, that has everything you need on a bike and folds down and is light, and forgot about this, has a little carry handle, then this ain't bad. You could do worse. So if that is the kind of bike you're after, then the Icing Wheel U3 may well be for you. But if not, then we got loads of reviews of other bikes on the channel, so make sure you go and have a look. So that was the Icing Wheel U3, which when you look at it, actually don't look that bad at all. And like I said, it goes really big and it goes really small. I think it's a great bike that's great for all in a haul. So if you are interested in that bike, there is a link down in the description. It is an affiliate link, which means if you use it, it helps the channel. Hopefully I haven't put you off it, because for the price, it is actually pretty decent. If this video helps, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. And until next time, ride safe.